and he's way further than I am in here, and so I really have a lot to catch up. Um, Hopefully I don't make a total fool of myself with this, but I did try to tell him what I do for some stuff that we don't have quite yet. So, part of this guide run is going to be, of course, looking things up a little bit here because while I do have a lot of knowledge, it's been a while. So, let's see here. Which one are we doing first? I think that we want to do the little sorcerers first, but before I go ahead and do that, yep, little sorcerers. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and exit the world map here. Okay, so that, I think it was in the video that I kept. I actually went and deleted the one that I completely forgot about the voice issues with. I wonder if these two say anything different. Nope. Alrighty, let's take care of this here. thought I would be doing a lot worse than this. Yeah. Okay, one down. Whew. Okay. Oh, hello. Just go back to home here. Alrighty. Next up is the Monster Corral. Go. Okay, so note to self. This is something that is a little special. That it, in the PS1 version, if it detected that you had a Final Fantasy VIII save file, it would give you a chocobo instead of a rabbi tier. I actually do have a Final Fantasy VIII remaster save file on this system. It's not checking for it, so it will not give me that chocobo. I will note that they did change the sprites for the dropped items here. I'm pretty sure. You can actually see, I think, that they're a slightly different pixel size than my character here. And of course he would take the dice berry. Okay, so, for a little advanced explanation, the reason that I was annoyed that, of course, it took the dice berry is the dice berry is probably based on how I would have wanted to build, my pets, probably the most useful of the items that I had gotten there. In my PS1 save file, I have things pretty well down to a science, or at least rather advanced art. So, we're just gonna go ahead and let him do his thing here. Okay, so next up is the Wisdom of Gaius, which is going to be Wisdom of Gaia here. Let's see here. And we are going to go back to Domina. We're gonna head for the inn. Let's see here. Remember, right on the bottom floor. Okay. I was afraid that was going to go to the bar. Don't remember everything all the time. don't think the first response mattered, but honestly, having gotten to the end of the game before, I kind of did earn the, this and that for the mana tree. Although I did almost pick nothing just for the sake of it. Where are you gonna take? Aha! Down here is going to be important later, but right now I think I'm just going to... Okay. Out of curiosity, what is her synchro effect? It's not going to let me here. Okay. There's an interesting little tidbit of information about this screen actually here, and I don't think I touched on it before. So that hand is a sprite, but actually Gaia himself never had sprites involved. It was always a video. When you look at the original PS1 and how it was done technically. So, got the Forbidden Ring. Home here. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to a little cactus. Go and handle the garden. Son of a... Okay. Come on. And you know what? We'll take about a long. Ah, son of a biscuit. Okay. That was probably a little bit dumb of me. I don't know if it's actually gonna matter, though. Let's see here. You know what? Let's see here. Oh gosh, that's saved for 32? Yeah, no. I don't think that's actually gonna punish me for that. So, okay. Okay, we've got a small stock of these. Now you can give him up to 4 seeds. I'm only going to give him these 3 because I want to start, it's like mixing paint. So there's effects of like the mana levels, and I feel like there are effects of these in particular. It's really, really, really hard to pin down, except through like experimentation, just pure experimentation. Okay, gravy. Do I actually have to? Okay, you know what? We're gonna go ahead, and this is probably going to be based on what gets finished first here. So we need to do the monster corral first. There's our first rabbite. And I actually just learned on the PS1 version that you can rename them at any time. So we're actually going to take Rabbite along here. Or actually, you know what? Maybe, maybe not. Oh, what the heck. Okay. Dark Eater, is it? Okay. You know what did we... Okay, so we did finish that one. Yep, okay. So Monster Corral is considered completed. So all we really have to do is walk around for a few days. In-game days. Okay. Woo! Okay. So, these are the small sprites, it looks like. And I do believe that those have been redone. I think that... Let's get close here and see what the... Nope, I guess they aren't a different pixel size. Still not... They still look nice. But you can also tell that they're not the same as the small sprites that we dropped. This citrus squid here doesn't have the tentacles that it did. So while I'm putzing around here, just going back and forth on the world map, so I can finish this up here. Some little tidbits of knowledge. So when I said I hope I didn't make a fool of myself with my new friend here, it was because he was looking for a way to get flat seeds. Now, flat seeds are a rare seed type. They're the second rarest seed type after spiny seeds, and they're considered your white seed, which is important for color mixing, because that's just how it works. It's like mixing paint, and the game says as much. Actually, your produce, your fruit and veggies can be used to paint golems. We'll get to that somewhere down the line here. But it is really important to keep track of that. Now, when you plant the seeds, I'm like 99% sure that the mana levels actually do matter for the quality of stuff you're going to get. I don't know if the color necessarily matters, but I feel like I've seen a difference, so it is not necessarily unreasonable to think that it does have some small impact the day of the week on that same color mixing. Not as much as the seeds probably, but maybe a smaller effect. And so, what is the point of all of this farming here? Well, you grow fruit. And that fruit can be used basically as paint. You squish it on a golem to color the golem. It has stat boosts on level up for your pets. And you can use it for foraging, because basically everything in the game can be used for foraging. But I'm just going to say right here, there are some good items in here. Cherry bombs, I happen to not have a problem, but this is the real pièce de résistance here. This is bumpkin, and I did not expect to get one of these right away. So... we're just going to go back into home here, and we are going to talk to Little Cactus, and then we are going to go collect all of the rest of that good fruit. And this is coming up on, well, it's already been a half hour. Might just go for the hour. Although I should probably save at some point. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna harvest all the rest of this good stuff. That seems a little more forgiving than I was expecting. The trick is to get kind of below them where the shadow is on the ground. Nice little indicator for you. And you can pick unripe fruit, but I wouldn't recommend it. Just because you don't get seeds that way. So we're actually going to talk to Trent here. Round seed, oblong seed. Okay. And we're just going to cancel here, because I don't remember what my mana level looks like for the day. Okay, so looks like that was probably Undine Day there, and today it is Dryad Day, which just so happens to be a very good day for mana. Suppose I can start in on some green stuff here. Oh, hey. Okay, so I completely missed that. So, yeah. Round seed, oblong seed. This is exactly what I meant about color mixing here. And I'm not, I'm not joking when I say that these things are kind of esoteric and I've just felt my way around them through years of experimentation. We're not going to plant these quite yet. We're just going to give him a good couple of big seeds here, since those are easy to get. And, we will give a couple of long seeds, because those are also pretty plentiful. So, we'll see what we get out of that. And now let's see what's the next order of business. Diddle's letter. Oh good, this is gonna be fun. Okay. So you know what I'm actually gonna do here? I am going to save here. we're gonna do something a little different here. So, I provided a link to my Ring Ring Land guide to my new friend because he was really not familiar with it, where he seems to be familiar with everything else. Oh, good grief, I started jotting down some notes on how to make some really good advanced weaponry from him. This guy is a real resource. But what we're gonna do, let's see what we actually have in our, let's see here. So, we don't have a dice berry, we do have a low pot shoe. Let's take which page, most easy. We got a bumpkin. That's gonna be good. Citrus squid. Gonna avoid this. Let's see here. What else do we have? I know there was Cavadillo. Okay, what else did we have? We had I think there was a lily pods in there. I know we had cherry bombs. I think they changed some things. This isn't looking really familiar. Plastic Con? This used to say Plastic Charm. I think I might need to actually rethink some of my, oof. Here's a good question. Did they change the dice berry? No, that's still good. Okay, so for reference, I prefer the aggressive type, and it is something that is part of the pet system. It is hard to remove certain traits. So there are personality traits that you have to worry about that affect your pet's combat AI. And so if I just go up to this note here, so just down the line, aggressive, that's going to make your pet really proactive about going after things, especially as it gets closer. Arrogant has your pet hold back, and I don't prefer that. I think that that's kind of a bad one to have. Scheming is harder to pin down. I don't consider it necessarily the worst thing to have, but it's not necessarily the thing that I want either. Lazy is also going to cause them to basically just do nothing. Friendly and lonely are ones that will keep your pet close to you. So if you want to have your pet in the thick of things right with you, or if you're a bow user and want to keep them out of the fray for whatever reason, those are the ones you're going to want. Because friendly and lonely are going to be the ones that keep them close to you. There are slight differences between all of them, and so it is really up to you how you want to build them, assuming they haven't changed the AI in this, which will be a real pain in the rear if they have, because this information is really hard to find in the first place. I only really know what I know about it because of a forum post where somebody found a post by somebody in Japan who managed to figure something out about this, and so it was really just like one person translating another person's findings somehow, and I don't know how the first person got them, but it seems accurate. So, me and my preferences, I prefer to get aggressive in there as soon as possible, really, and so that is why I said, of course they're going to take the Dice Berry. And so getting another Dice Berry is going to be kind of a pain in the rear. It is. But for the time being, we'll skip it over. And it seems like it's really easy to apply a personality in the first few levels. So let's see what we got to work with here. We're just going to go with these couple of cherry bombs here for some good constitution, I guess, is what it's going to be now. Where is it? Here we go. And this pumpkin here, because that's not going to apply a less than desirable personality trait right away. But we're going to do some Wingland. My bad. Now, I'm gonna say this. Ringland is a godsend for this. Because the math is not friendly in this game to training pets. They made a new icon for this, so I actually do have a hack for this for the PS1 version, and that's how I assembled a lot of the guide that I have made. And I will link that to this video. I might need to update it once they get it out there on ManaWiki. Yeah, this is a completely new icon, and it's kind of funny because it doesn't really look like the other icons. Like, they don't do a whole lot of, like, the black outline thing like they did with this here, so this is kind of interesting. These are more or less the same as they were before. So this is going to be new, and so... Okay. So we're going to cancel out of here. We're going to go ahead and save our game. Because it would not be good if I managed to screw up somehow and lose my pet. Okay. So just to explain why Ringland is so important, or will probably be so important to so many people, is because training a pet outside of Ringland is a right pain in the rear. It is really difficult because trying to get any NPC to start intentionally picking up experience crystals just isn't happening. So you really have to rely on abusing the friendly and lonely if you want to have your pet gain experience the same way you do. You have to either understand that you need to abuse the pet AI, or you need to do grazing. And grazing is an even bigger pain, because in the early game, it's going to do literally nothing, because for each experience crystal you pick up, it actually gives 1/8 of that rounded down to all of the pets that are grazing. So if it's not an experience value of 8 or more, they're getting nothing for each crystal you pick up, and it doesn't collect it. It's everyone you pick up. So it's a terrible, terrible, terrible way to train your pets. Once you start getting through the game and start getting higher experience values, then sure, or, you know, they might level up a little bit if you defeat a boss. Just because those will be large experience crystals, and those will be worth, like, it's just so much more. But it's not a reliable way at first. So what Ring Ring Land was, originally, was a Pocket Station minigame. Pocket Station, I could talk a little bit about that, I won't. It's, if you're old enough to remember what a Tamagotchi is, or just any of those little handheld virtual pets that were popular back in the, 90s, 2000s era, that's basically it, except that you can also use it as a PS1 memory card, and it does more than just virtual pets. So there's like remote apps, and I said I wasn't going to talk about this. But, so you have mini games that you were able to take a piece of the game with you, and that's what Ring Ring Land was. That's something that you, if you were on a school bus, or a commuter train, or just whatever and had some time to burn, you could do that. And I think it's really fun. So, the good thing is that it's actually a direct way to get your pet experience. So, and this is a little bit new to me because already it sounds like they added a little sound. And I want to change the color. Oh, it's only light or dark. Well, that kind of sucks. Okay. So, again, I do have a guide, and we're just going to pick this course here. We're just going to do one lap. So, doesn't look like there's a whole lot special. We got Luan Highway there. We've got an event square. And the game does have a little mini guide for this. We've got our domino there. And so this is going to be a little rough. Ring Ring Land is kind of brilliant because we're just going to go this direction here. They added a lot of sound. What the... That just kind of... Shoot. Okay, I am not liking how this just snaps instead of slowing down. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to miss the 3 numbers that come up here. Shoot. And that's the boxing glove trap. Fun. Okay. This is a lot harder than it is in... Why did that not activate? Why aren't battles activating? That's bizarre. Okay, so this is going to be worth 10 here. And the reason this is going to be worth 10, this is a large experience crystal, and that is going to be multiplied, it's going to be a base value of 10 multiplied by your pet's level, multiplied by the lap number. Oh, hey, I got... Okay. So this is behaving significantly differently than I am used to. Oof. And they did embellishments on the graphics. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Phooey. I'm finding the noises actually kind of distracting here. Oh, son of a gun. Okay. Whew. Okay. Hey, I got a seed. Okay. How much further do I have to go? Oh, I've got the entire course to go. I'm not going to make it through this, I guarantee it. Ooh. Okay. Shoot. Okay. Yep, no. Okay. So, everything that I gained in there, I just lost. um, Ringland is a good way to train your pet because once I get the hang of the timing on this, the timing on this is very, very, very different from the Pocket Station version. I'm going to say that right now. And I don't like the snap that it's got. I think that the very kind of like slow to a stop thing is a lot easier for me to keep track of, which is what the Pocket Station version does. And just the way the numbers move here doesn't work for me. The Pocket Station has some ghosting going for it that really smooths things out. So this is actually harder for me significantly than the Pocket Station version. Now that boxing glove trap that you saw that knocked me back X number of spaces, in the Pocket Station version, that doesn't exclude all of the battles. If you land on tiles in between, you still have to fight those battles. Um, so that's a significant difference. They have made some fairly significant changes to this, it seems. But the brilliance of Ringland is that it grows with you. So you can see how bare the board is right now. That's because I haven't unlocked a whole lot. And so it's going to be one of those things that as I start placing more artifacts and getting new lands in the mix, all of that is going to be imported into this. And there are a lot of things that come out of that. So additional towns are going to be additional safe spots that will heal you if you land on them. There are going to be additional dungeons that are better sources of treasure. Um, and just the uh, brilliance of it is in the early game, you're going to be fighting a lot in Ringland because most of your tiles are going to be battles. But as you progress in the game and you fill things out more, and the mana levels rise as you play the game, that's all going to come through, and so it really shifts to a much more reward-based structure, or at least it lets you pick, because when you actually have a choice to fight battles or not, you can easily make it through 3 laps. I am not going to say that you're ever going to be able to make it through 3 laps, at least not starting out, because you're not going to have the hand-eye skills just to understand how the reels work, and especially not this, the way this snaps and is really weird about things. this is going to take me some time to actually get my head wrapped around. I'm actually going to probably just stop broadcasting shortly here and practice up and see what I can actually get out of this. Just to see if I can get the hang of it again. And take things back to my guide, of course. But uh, Ring Ring Land as a minigame grows with your game, and it's really elegant that way. And I really liked it, and I was actually, that's the thing I was most excited about when I heard that this was going to be a part of the remaster, because I love it. I actually take my Pocket Station with me and I will play it when I'm like waiting to pick someone up or something, and it's really a great thing to have. And just it fits in your pocket, and the rewards are good, and it's a fun little game to play. There's a lot less sound than there is in here, but it's worthwhile. I'm actually going to see if this is like playable like on just through like my phone here as well, just to see if I can basically do that and take that with me, because that would be really great if I can remote play this on my phone and not have to worry about like super hard controls or whatever. I'm gonna enjoy it a lot, probably, and I think a lot of people will too. So that'll probably be the beginning of my next video. I will see about linking my Ring Ring Land guide to this video at some point in the near future, probably still today, and I might need to update that once they finally move it on ManaWiki. But I I think it's going to be a worthwhile pursuit for people, in that there's a lot to enjoy about it, and the rewards are really good. And as a way of training your pet, it's probably the best way to do it. Um, just miles. There's no probably. It is the best way to do it, and there's just a lot of benefit to it. So I'm just gonna call this a session here, and I'm gonna putz around a little bit.